Hello, I'm Belinda Koramba. Welcome to another edition of Girls Speak, a platform for girls and about girls. In this world, you will definitely face challenges. You will be bombarded with bad news after bad news. Life will seem like it's hitting you from all angles. Social media will bombard you with a facade that is absolutely flawless. And you will look at yourself and wonder, will I make it in this kind of a world? What will become of me? Who am I? How do I fit into such an environment? Today on the program, we have Rosebud TSIKIRA. She's a former Miss Zimbabwe finalist for 2017, a brand influencer, a graduate in international marketing, and above all, she's a beauty coach. Rosebud, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Wow. So how do I look?
You look good. You look so good.
I just thought maybe we just break the ice with this beauty coach thing so you could break it on me.
You're fine. You're okay.
Oh, thank you. Okay. I just want to jump in. Why Miss Zimbabwe? I mean, hey. I mean, I could, well, I know, I don't have the height, maybe the weight and all that. But why Miss Zimbabwe?
Well, Miss Zimbabwe was actually part of my self-confidence journey. I took a deliberate decision to actually go for that competition because I knew it's going to be tough. I'm going to stand for myself. I have to speak for myself, and I'm all alone there. There's no family or anything.
Your mom and dad are not there.
Yes, and I have to win. Like, back of my mind, I'm saying I have to win. So I took that step because I wanted to build my self-confidence, because I was before, I used to suffer from low self-esteem and low self-confidence. And later in life, that's when I realized that I need to take deliberate steps to actually build my self-confidence.
So you are telling me that to build your self-confidence, it's intentional.
Yeah. It is intentional, and it's a process. You have to trust the process. Yes, you have to do the necessary things for you to acquire self-confidence. You have to approach the right people that can help you to do that. And it starts with realization. You have to realize for yourself that I need to do something about this. Then you do something about it.
You know, you're actually hitting me from all directions. Okay. Because the misconceptions that I had, I just want to be corrected here. Miss Zimbabwe, you think it's just girls just prancing up and down, you know, and then just looking pretty, and then you go, oh, Miss Zimbabwe. And then to think that there's a girl who just goes in there because she's in a process of a journey of discovering herself. This is something astounding. I've never heard a girl talk like this. Could you just add a few things about why? I can't, you know?
It was also about going for what I want, like going for my passions and challenging myself to go for my fears, like going through everything to face my fears. So one of my fears was self-confidence. I didn't have self-confidence. I was afraid of people generally. I was afraid of people.
It reminds me, Alexander the Great once said that there's nothing to fear except fear itself.
Yeah.
So this is probably, you were just afraid generally.
Yes, like fear of failure, those kind of things. But I realized I had to face it, right? So I went for Miss Zimbabwe for those reasons, and also reasons to go for what I want and what I believe in. Because I always wanted to be a model. Yes, yeah, I wanted to be a model. And I didn't know where to start from.
Yes, I'm seeing this.
I didn't know where to start from, really. And I just decided, okay, I'll start from there. I'll start from pageantry because there's more to modeling than just pageantry. So I went to Miss Zimbabwe for that competition, first in my year one, and also like challenging myself too, and also of course, looking pretty in front of people and just doing my thing.
Can't help it.
Yeah, but it's a whole lot of things that happens in the boot camp, because the final show is the final show. You know nothing, you ladies. There is more to modeling than that. There is more to pageantry.
Even Miss Zimbabwe.
Challenged. We are strong. Surviving that, you'll be strong, because you'll be challenged. You'll be challenged in many different ways. You will be tormented. You'll be made to do challenges that you have never done before. You'll be made to stay in a house with ladies that you don't know, with different backgrounds and stuff like that. So it's not as easy as people think.
And obviously there's that, if you're staying with other women from different backgrounds, there's that cat and mouse.
Right? Like you have different personalities.
The
ugliness, you don't know it. So it'll help you to find yourself. Who am I? What type of people can I engage with? Because in that boot camp, this can be my friend, and you go along and stuff like that, right?
But eventually,
they will like backstab you and stuff like that. So you will know people from different angles of life. You will know who you are. Are you loud? Are you an introvert? Are you an extrovert? Do you raise your hand first when they say any volunteer and stuff like that? So it's just a journey of discovering yourself.
You know what? Just hold it right there, because we're going to go for a break. Look, guys, this is Rosebud. I have no idea where she budded from, but definitely we're going to find out more. We'll be back after these messages. Welcome back. We're with Rosebud, the influencer, brand influencer, should I say, the beauty coach, the international marketing graduate, and Miss Zimbabwe 2017 finalist. Okay, let's get into what we were talking about earlier. You were saying that this was a journey, and I asked you, okay, before Miss Zimbabwe, there was this issue of going to school and being international, an international marketer. Tell us more about that.
Before I chose the degree program, a major, I didn't know. I had no idea of what I wanted to do, but I knew what I wanted to do inside. Yeah. So I knew I wanted to represent. I knew I wanted to sell. I knew I wanted to do more, like speaking about a product and selling it and stuff like that. Though I had like self-confidence issues that didn't matter. I knew
about that. Yeah,
I knew I would do something about it in the journey of life, but that was like the basis of me choosing international marketing. And also I wanted to be international in everything that I do, even in business and stuff like that. I wanted to go international.
So the world is your oyster.
Yes.
Your little, let's say, we look at the world as being big, but for you it was going to be your little playground, right? Oh my!
I knew I wanted to go global and stuff like that, whatever,
Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. Okay, now you are all that. But right now, your main focus right now is being the beauty coach. Right now, somebody would think beauty coach, you're thinking of makeup, eyelashes, and all that. But you just told me during the green room that being a beauty coach is there's an inner beauty as well. Yes. Probably you're going to also brush off my misconceptions, because when we were speaking earlier in the green room, we talked about beauty coach, and I thought, okay, beauty coach, okay, it's about eyelashes, eyeshadow, foundation. But you opened my eyes to look at it in a much more broader sense, that it has a lot of your, should we say, namaste, well-being. Yeah. And then there is the outside well-being. Could you explain to everyone what you told me in the green room in as far as beauty coach?
Okay, so what I see beauty, beauty starts from within. Yes. Okay, the peace that you have inside you,
to be centered.
Yes, it radiates to people. So when I'm beautiful and I don't know it and I don't appreciate it, and people will be telling me this and that, you're pretty and that, but I don't appreciate it, I'm like a dead person. Like, I'm dead because I don't appreciate that. If someone compliments me, I'll say, you are lying, like something like that. So beauty it starts from within.
Okay.
People have to get that. It starts from within, and you have to work it from within. Though you have the looks, everyone is beautiful, but to see that beauty, you have to center yourself in a certain moment and say to yourself, I am beautiful, and affirm yourself, and actually take care of the physical now. And, you know, the world will see it, but it starts from within.
What you're talking about kind of resonates because Ruth Emmanuel Makandiwa created this program for girls, right? And she spoke once about beauty inside out. Yes. And when she was talking about that, she was saying what we put on our faces, it vanishes away.
Yeah.
It's temporal. But the beauty that's from within is the most permanent.
Yes.
Because it would exude on the outside.
Yes.
Do you teach that when you're...
Yeah, most definitely. Because the first thing that we do is to make sure you appreciate yourself as you are. Can you walk like from here to the substation without your makeup? Are you comfortable with your skin color? Because there is like stereotyping everywhere and stuff like that.
I'm hearing this Beyonce shade is going around where where people are just bleaching themselves to look like Beyonce. The Queen Bee, okay.
Queen Bee. Yeah, so it's about appreciating yourself with who you are. Everyone has imperfections. That's a fact. I have my imperfections. This is not my real face. Yeah, you know, but not
Under
literally. Yeah, exactly. It's under the makeup. What's there? Am I comfortable with that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like that's the thing that you have to start with. Like appreciating your skin, appreciating your flows, appreciating who you are, your body. Like I am tall. I am very tall. Like in our community, people will be like, when you're walking, people will be like, Biza. Oh,
I'm tall in heels.
Yeah, you know. Like they would call you those sort of names, like, are you a man or something like that? Like, I just brushed those things off because I've dealt with those things before, you know. But when you're trying to build your self-confidence, don't let those things get to you because people have their own.
Does it help to be deaf?
You know, the energy can speak to you.
So there's going to be other things as well outside hearing the words.
It's not about
there's
the
a
words.
vibe.
There's a vibe. There's an energy, like what's around you and stuff like that. So you have to make sure you create an energy that you want. You create the network of people that you appreciate.
Surround yourself with the right kind of people.
Those people will help you to
pull
build. Who pull you through, who give you good affirmations. They'll give you like good advice. They'll help you from like your low points to your high points in business. They'll tell you you can do this. Like failure is not an option. It's not the end of the world. It's like a lesson in life. You know, you need those people in life. So you know, it's about the surroundings as well. It's a lot of stuff.
When you're speaking about affirmations, I've heard people saying that you should look yourself in the mirror every morning and affirm yourself. Would you tell that to a girl? She's waking up in a home, probably both parents are dead, she's being looked after by guardians, well-wishers really, who have really taken her in. And it's not exactly, the setup would not be the same ideally like had her parents been alive. So what would you tell her? She wakes up in the morning and she's looking at herself in the mirror. What is she supposed to say to herself?
Affirmations are very, very powerful. So when someone speaks in the morning and say to themselves, I can do this. I can do this. It's powerful. It gives you that energy for the day. And you live to accomplish that. Like, I said I can do this, so I have to do it because I said it. It's like you are like colliding your word with your actions, that kind of thing. So affirmations are very important. You have to tell yourself everything that you want to see. You have to see yourself being that person you want to be so that you know where you're going, you know what you're visualizing and work towards. Like myself, for instance, I lost my parents at a very tender age. My mom died when I was 9 and my dad when I was only 3. I don't even remember him. So I grew up with no biological parents. And God was so faithful to me because he gave me a very good and comfortable family. It was everything to me. But because of that, because I knew I would say to myself, I'm an orphan. So I would, have that low self-esteem for no reason, So like you said, that people, their circumstances can lead them to have low self-esteem and stuff like that. But it has to be a decision of self to say to yourself, I want to be this, and telling yourself every day with affirmations, if you have said, it helps. It really helps.
Okay. Little girl watching, yes, you can. We'll be right back. Welcome back to another exciting edition of Girl Speak. We have Rosebud TSIKIRA with us today. Earlier on, before we went to the break, you were talking about the issue of self-affirmation. But now you told me earlier that you do those one-on-one sort of coaching with an individual. What exactly takes place when, let's say, I'm here, I've just walked into your office. What do I do?
Like first thing, we get to understand you. Who are you and what's your background?
So you need to know yourself.
Yeah, you need to know yourself for me to be able to know you. To help you, I need to know you. So you need to know yourself. So it's about knowing you first, then you will see how we can help each other, because they are like pressure points about your life and your situation.
What are those pressure points?
Like, I'm an orphan. Like, that's a pressure point for me, maybe to have low self-esteem. Like, my body, I think I'm fat, or I think I'm ugly, or something like that. It's like, I will have you to say those things, because this is how
the person has to be vulnerable with you.
Yes, they have to be as open as possible for me to be able to help them. So after that, we'll get into like building your social confidence, stamina, your space. How do you conduct yourself in front of people? When you go to a gathering, how do you handle yourself and things like that? Like, you also have to be groomed physically, because some of the things, it's about your physical appearance. When someone is looking good and feeling good, they tend to behave in a certain way that is different. Their confidence goes up the bar.
Top notch.
Yes, so it's very important for someone to be comfortable in who they are, how they look, and actually dress for that. Dressing for your body type. Like, you think you're fat because you are wearing things that does not fit you. So now when you start to wear those things that fits you better, you will become more confident. So yeah, that's the general things that we do. And also like doing the practical steps, like going to a restaurant, sit alone, order your food and make your own decision.
Oh God.
Yeah, that kind of thing. It's not easy. Have you ever done that? It's not easy. You understand? So it's one of those things that you have to do when you have decided you want to build your self-confidence. When you're with friends, are you the first to order, or they order for you? So leadership starts from there. Your self-confidence starts from there. So you have to do those deliberate steps, the deliberate actions to actually build your confidence.
Oh, wow. Okay, so now you're building this confidence. Obviously, it will lead to building a brand for yourself. Okay, what do you teach them as you're building the confidence in moving into the branding?
Yes, that's like the number one thing that we value. Personal branding. Yes. Personal branding is very important. How you want people to perceive you, because people, they have their own perceptions of you, but you also have a voice. You can speak to them in a way, right? So like social media right now, it's that thing that is trending, and people see you on social media. Like, most of the people know me from social media rather than physically. So there is a way that I brand myself on social media. Like, I have a way
to align.
No, really.
Okay.
It's about what you stand for.
Ah.
Yes. For example, I am a brand influencer, I'm a model. Does my social media speak about that? My dark areas, what I do in the background doesn't have to show because I represent brands. You understand?
So it's like if you stand for something, don't stand for everything.
Don't stand for everything. Know your niche because you're a brand. You are
Know
a
your
product.
market.
You know your market and
International marketing.
international marketing. So you have to know what you stand for. Represent that on social media and make sure you brand yourself, you package yourself in a way that when people see you on social media, they know this person stands for this. This person stands for this thing and they can approach you.
While you're talking about social media, does it help at all, social media? Because this is my perception. I have this perception that sometimes, yes, it does, but then there's this facade that is put out there. Whether is this real or it's not? So how do you build confidence in a girl who has access to social media?
The thing is with social media is it's both a blessing and a curse. Okay, so you have to pick your blessing inside that curse. Okay, so you need to filter the things that you see on social media and take those things that inspire you, follow those people that inspire you, and you can build your empire from that. Those people that you think they give you pressure and stuff like that, unfollow. Easy, just do that. Okay, so pick the right things on social media. Use it to market your brand, use it to market your business, and you'll be good. So it's about like
being intentional.
Yeah, being intentional with everything because you can't control social media. Yeah.
And you can't control what people are going to do.
Yeah,
anyway.
You can't control people what they're going to do. If they're going to lie on social media, that's their business. And if you decide to take that, that's not their problem. So don't bother about what people say on social media. Don't bother about what people do on social media. Make sure you have that social media grooming. There is something that is called social media grooming.
Okay.
You just don't post.
You don't just
There is time to post.
Oh, okay.
When to post.
Just a picture and go, okay.
Yeah.
Instagram.
When to post. How to post. How often do you post?
Just to backtrack you said what to post, frequency. What are you talking about? Because all I know is I got a selfie and then the next thing I'm just posting it. What is it that you're saying?
Oh, so when you decide to be a brand, like we said before, you have to be intentional, right? So there is what to post. You don't post everything that you have. There is time to post. You're targeting a certain market, so you know when they are like awake and active and stuff like that. There is like how to respond to comments. There is what is called social media etiquette. There is a way you respond to comments.
Even if they're bad
if they are bad or good and stuff like that. So one person, when they are going for social media, they have to make sure they are groomed like socially, social media etiquette, so that they like package themselves in a way and their brand stands for what it stands for. So if you just know your way and how to do your things and what to see on social media, you won't be bothered with everything. So it's very key for you to actually be groomed socially.
I never thought about it that way, really, because I'm looking at a girl who's out there who's just got an access to a phone, and the next thing she's just posting certain things and answering certain things that she's not even entitled to do so.
And those things can actually haunt that person like later in life. When you are now you're now a politician of some sort or an influencer.
They can revisit what you said
people can
before.
just take like the archives and use it against you. So you
watch
have to be
what you
very,
say.
very cautious with social media.
Okay. You've spoken about social media. You've spoken about how being intentional. I would love for you. Let's say you were standing in front of a bunch of girls. Look into the camera and just tell them something that would just completely just change their lives.
Well, there's nothing that can stop you from achieving your dreams rather than you. So make sure you go for your dreams. Don't let anyone stop you from becoming who you want to be. Whatever you feel in your heart, that passion that burns in you, make sure you go for it. You do the necessary steps to achieve that, and you'll be fine.
Rosebud, you know what, time is so short. I would have loved for us to delve in more about what you're doing. Maybe we could call you back again so that we can finish this off, right? Thank you so much for coming to the program.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it. Social media, brand influencing. Wow, that's a whole lot to take. But what I can tell you is this. Martin Luther King once said that a threat to justice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. The power is yours, girl child. Amandla Nawetu. Until next time, bye-bye.